नमस्कार दोस्तों, अनुभवों से सीखने की इस मुहिम में आज हम बात कर रहे हैं विश्व वर्धन सिंह झाला के बारे में, जो हॉस्पिटैलिटी फील्ड के एक सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर हैं। जी हाँ, यह जवाई स्थित लग्जरियस वाइल्ड लाइफ कैंप लेपर्ड्स पैराडाइज के ऑनर हैं, जिसकी शुरुआत इन्होंने जुलाई 2022 में की। दोस्तों, इनके पिता भी होटल इंडस्ट्री में थे। ऐसे में होटल बिजनेस के प्रति पिता के समर्पण नहीं इन्हें हॉस्पिटैलिटी सेक्टर में आने के लिए प्रेरित किया। जी हाँ, अपने पिता की कार्यशैली से यह बहुत अधिक प्रभावित थे और उन्हीं के आदर्शों पर चलते हुए इन्होंने लाइफ में एक सफल मुकाम हासिल किया। आपको बता दें, यह अजमेर में जन्मे और उदयपुर के निकट गोगुंदा शहर में पले बड़े। दोस्तों, इन्होंने एक शेफ के रूप में अपने करियर की शुरुआत की। कुकिंग के पैशन को आगे बढ़ाने के दौरान ही इन्होंने वाइल्ड लाइफ के प्रति भी अपना जुनून जगाया। इनका लक्ष्य है जवाई को हेरिटेज टूरिज्म विलेज बनाना और इसी लक्ष्य की दिशा में काम करते हुए ये लगातार आगे बढ़ रहे हैं और देश के अन्य युवाओं को भी इस फील्ड में आगे बढ़ने और अपने पसंदीदा क्षेत्र में करियर बनाने के लिए प्रेरित एवं प्रोत्साहित कर रहे हैं। दोस्तों, जुनून को पहचानने के बाद इन्होंने किस तरह इसे पेशेवर रूप से आगे बढ़ाया और एक सफल मुकाम हासिल किया, यह जानने के लिए आइए हम सीधा मिलते हैं इनसे और जानते हैं इनके अनुभवों के बारे में।
Hello, Kamagini everyone. My name is Vishva Vardhan Singh Jhala. I am from Udaipur, particularly from Gogunda, which is a historic town nearby Udaipur. I was born in Ajmer back in the year 1991, and today I would say I'm a growing successful entrepreneur in the field of hospitality. So I have a small camp in Jawai by the name of Leopard's Paradise. This journey of Leopard's Paradise started in the year 2022 in the month of July, when me along with my brothers we took over this project, and today we are doing really good. About my journey in the field of hospitality, if I particularly talk about, I would like to say about my childhood first. So I did my schooling from Udaipur, particularly from St. Paul's and Maharana Mewar and Central Academy. I know, being from a family of Rajput, so this happens, there is a trend, so you have to study in the school and all. So, but yes, coming from a Rajput family and of course a broad-minded family, my father has been, of course, my ideal, unfortunately he's no more with me or with us, but yes, he's been my ideal, his name was Mr. Jujhar Singh Ji, and he also happened to be a hotelier, so he had his own hotel. So, myself being into this field of hospitality, definitely my father has been, my ideal or person, who always motivated me. Though he did not tell me, like you have to go into this field particularly, you can do whatever you want, but the amount of hard work and the smart work, because in today's world, I think more preference, is given to the smart work. Of course, hard work never fails, but yes, smart work along with hard work, is definitely a success. So I used to see my father doing his work in a very, very unique way. So being from at a very young age, I have seen like how a hotel operates, how do you manage a hotel and how do you manage a home? How do you manage your team members? So I won't call it a staff because it's a small team. It's a family, So how do you the way you manage your own family? It is exactly the same way how you manage your team members of the hotel. So this is what I have learned, that to take respect. If you want respect, then you have to give respect. It's a simple and very unique way, I was born in Ajmer, so this place has been very close to my heart and everything. And about my family, we come from a very service class family. So my grandfather was an RS officer, my father was a hotelier, and I'm also a growing successful hotelier. I have a younger sister who is also preparing for her administrative exams, and we are just me, my sister, and my mother, and we have a joint family. So most of the family members are into the hospitality industry. Yet some of them are into the administrative department and everything. About my career journey, the thing that actually motivated me, to be a chef, because particularly and professionally and passionately, I started my journey as a chef. So it was back in the year 2009 when I completed my graduation, and then things, they came up all together in one plate in the mind. Now, what do you want to be? So I was very fond of cooking since my childhood. I used to see my mother and my aunt cooking a lot of things, because we had a lot of guests coming to our house, and every day or the other in the evening, when everybody used to gather for like the occasion or any occasion, be it any festival or any normal gathering, different delicacies, be it vegetarian, non-vegetarian. So a lot of new things used to come. So I had this thing in my mind, the concept of color your plate. So there used to be big dishes of big portions, of I would say very delightful delicacies. So something would be of the color of green, something would be of white, something would be of red, something would be of yellow. So that thing actually fascinated me a lot, and eventually a very big interest developed in my heart, in my mind. This, I want to be a chef. Then I joined the culinary school of University of Huddersfield, that's in UK. And particularly I did my graduation from Institute of Hotel Management Aurangabad, which is by Taj Institute. Taj, because Taj owns this institute, so it's by Taj Group of Hotels. Particularly, I would say my first ever job ever, it was in Sheraton, Bangalore. So that's where the benchmark, or I would say it was the platform which gave me the opportunity to explore myself and my hands into the culinary department. So I did my specialization in the fusion cuisine. So fusion basically includes a mix match of everything. So you have to mix up the ingredients, make up a sauce, make up something, and bring something new to the plate, or to the table. Eventually, what I felt was that something was lacking, So basically, I covered and I learned all the cuisines of the world, So, but yes, still I felt the need. I need to explore more. So I decided to change my field of culinary from the metros, because Bangalore being a metro city, I decided to move into the jungles. So this interest of moving into the jungles, how it came, I'll just give you a short brief about it. This was during the year 2014 when I came back to Udaipur for my normal vacations. I just took a week off from my job from Bangalore. I came to Udaipur. Me along with my friends, we decided, okay, let's just go out somewhere and just chill and relax for a day or so. So we went to Jawai, which is a place nearby in between Udaipur to Jodhpur. So the moment I went to Jawai, I just lost. My mind, it was there. It is still there. My heart is still there in Jawai. What a world it is. So I felt, why not give it a try to engage my skills, my experience, and my practical knowledge of cooking from big hotels to a small luxury wildlife camp, retreat, or lodge, whatever. I just gave it a thought, and in the first set, as my heart told me, give it a yes, just go for it. Then I applied for Taj Safaris, which was the company who actually still has one of the finest wilderness lodges in India, and they're all based in the central India. So I gave my interview in 2014 to Taj Safaris, and fortunately I got selected for the position of lodge chef. So basically a lodge chef is nothing less than a head chef. So there are different categories, of working in a kitchen. So there's a proper hierarchy which everybody has to follow. So neither I was a commie, neither I was CDV. So I was given a sous chef, of course. Yeah, sous chef is similar to a lodge chef. So coming to that position, I felt really happy, and I was excited, because I was waiting to see what is the food that is being cooked in the jungle for the guests who are coming up. So from all over the world. So you have Indians, you have foreign clients, and like lot many people. But whatever they are giving, whatever the food that is being cooked in the kitchen of a wilderness lodge, it is all made out of the locally procured resources. So I mean, like, it was completely out of the world. Definitely, it took a little bit of time for me to understand, to learn, and to explore it again. I mean, like, of course, not in the first try. In the first try, anybody can make something perfect. So yeah, even I failed, eventually to try out something new and all. But yes, there was one particular dish which I still remember, and I still cook for my guests and sometimes even for myself whenever I feel the need, So that's the bamboo chicken, stuffed bamboo. So basically, it's a bamboo chunk in which you just clean it up thoroughly, and then you stuff minced chicken, minced mutton, or even minced chopped paneer. They just marinated well. Just stuff it in the bamboo, lock it up, and just throw it in the open fire. The moment it comes out, it's just amazing. So, and apart from this, the muffins, everybody says muffins, let's have carrot muffins, let's have vanilla muffins. So particularly, I would say I'll take this credit of inventing, the mahua muffins, because mahua is basically a tree, which has got the flowers, and out of mahua, the local liquor is made out of it, the mahua muffins, So we used to make muffins of the mahua flavor. Not the alcohol, of course, but yes, from the flowers. So that is one thing I still remember we used to make back in the year 2016 and everything. So the journey has been good so far with Taj Safaris, and I really, really want to thank Taj Safaris for giving me the opportunity to explore myself in the field of wilderness. So by the time I was working with Taj Safaris, I got the opportunity to explore myself in a broad manner. So from the field of kitchen department, particularly the culinary arts, I explored myself more into the naturalist part. I used to go to the jungles along with the head naturalist. I used to request them that I want to learn about the nature of the jungle. Everybody wants to see the animals, definitely, but what if somebody says that why not the jungle? Because the jungle will show you everything in the time, whenever needed. It will show you each and every single thing. So today, I proudly say that yes, I'm not a professional naturalist, but yes, I know the nature of the animal, the nature of the predator. I know the nature of the jungle, because I have never ever done anything wrong or any harm to the jungle. So I know the nature or the jungle which I am visiting. So definitely it's going to show me, the best of it. And then I also got promoted as the operations manager in the Taj Safaris, and later to that I was promoted as the regional executive chef for Taj. So Taj Safaris, of course. So I was heading 4 Taj lodges, Then unfortunately it was back in the year 2018 when my father wasn't keeping well, so I had to shift back to Rajasthan because of the responsibility factor. So I got back to Rajasthan, and the nature, the life had something else in the destiny. Even I fell off sick. So my father told me that you shift back to Leopard. So I came back to Leopard, and it was actually a very, very, very good time, which I had spent with my father. More of a learning, and definitely a time of happiness and togetherness, being with the family. That's where, because I wasn't keeping well, so the restrictions of working in Taj are very strict, So the working culture is very strict. So you have to follow a particular standard of medication. You have to be physically fit at a proper point of time and everything. So the doctor declared me unfit to work back in Taj. I said fine out. I was low. So, but my father again, like I said, he was also from the field of hospitality. So he told me, don't worry, you will come across something or the other. Just relax, get well soon. And I realized that Gogunda Pal is the place where I come from. Gogunda, we come from the main family of Gogunda. So the present Raj Rana Sahab, or the head of the family, happens to be a distant cousin of mine. So Gogunda Palace was sold off in the year 1998 to one of the Italian persons. His name was Mr. Roberto. In 2014, the new owners, so they purchased it. And it was again taken on management by one of the companies, Amrita Resorts and Palaces. So they hired me because they wanted somebody from the family to start the show again. So I was hired by Amrita Resorts and Palaces as the first general manager for Gogunda Palace. And I proudly say this, that I was the third person from the generation of my family to enter the palace again. And today, though my portion is still with me where I live, and the journey again, I would say the life, it started again from a very new point, with a full new enthusiasm, excitement, an urge to explore more, because learning begins at home. So this, I would say, earlier when I started working in Bangalore, from the Bangalore to the jungles, this is now you're coming to all together a different league, So you're starting something at your home. Though I mean, like, we don't own that, but yes, it's a home. All my sentiments are still attached to that place, and they were always attached. So fine, it was a big palace, like with almost 42 rooms. You had to start something and everything. So I felt the responsibility. Yes, I have to design the menu. I have to design the restaurant. I don't have to design the room, of course, because the rooms are quite big. But yes, the experience and the activities of Gogunda. Why Gogunda is famous for. How Gogunda was a trap for the Mughals when they tried to invade the majestic Mewar and they couldn't capture it. This part of Mewar, particularly Gogunda and Udaipur, why it was never captured by the Mughals, thanks to the great Bhils who are the descendants of Rana Punja, and he happened to be from Gogunda. And I'm proud that I am from Gogunda, and this was the main opportunity, I would say a blessing. It is a blessing for me that I've been born in this family and from Gogunda. So I decided, okay, fine, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'll give my 100% to make sure that whenever the show begins at Gogunda, it should always be a big wow. So I started off exploring the entire Gogunda region, almost a periphery of 60 to 65 kilometers. What all can we do to make sure that this area can be explored more? Not just the Aravlis, not just the water bodies, but of course the great Bhil tribe, for which this region is famous for. The great big mango trees, the big great maua trees, for especially this region is famous for. I used to take my guests to fields to and made them show that this is the regional crop, whatever the time was of the year. And of course the jaggery making process and the moonlight, of course I would say the moonshine, the moonshine making process and everything. So working for Gogunda Palace has been it was a fabulous journey. Unfortunately, on September 9th, 2018, my father passed away. So that was a time when everything stopped for the moment, I had no clue what will happen to me, what will happen to my life. So everything stopped, I wasn't in my senses. I will, of course. And at the end, I decided and I accepted one thing. No matter what happens, nobody can bring him back, and you have to live your life. In this particular period of time, the actual support or the pillar was my younger sister and of course my mother, because eventually it was three of us who had to support each other in a way or the other. And I was blessed that I was born in this family who made me realize my responsibility at a very young age. And not at a very young age, of course, though my father gave me all the facilities and to do whatever you want to do, and whatever a typical bana dreams of, So my father gave me everything that everything, and I am really grateful and thankful to my father that whatever I wished for, I got it. I will never ever say that no, my family, my father couldn't give me this. He gave me every single thing, whatever he could or whatever I dreamed of. So after he passed away, there was a gap of almost 2 to 3 months, when I couldn't realize like what will happen and everything. So my mother told me, it's okay, like you start your life again. I said, Mama, life was going in a very positive way. Everything was going in a very positive direction. Everybody was happy. I was happy. You were happy. Papa was happy. My younger sister was happy. Yes, if you want your father to be happy, then you have to be happy at the first thing. So just focus, accept the reality, and just start moving forward. I said fine. So the company for which I was working for in Gogunda. So again, thanks to them, really great people. So they gave me a transfer and the promotion. So transfer as in they shifted me to Jawai. And they gave me a promotion of the Director of Food and Beverages Service for the Rajasthan region. So all the properties which was owned by this company. So I was heading the F&B operations for all the hotels in Rajasthan. But my base was in Jawai. And the owners of this company, they understood the fact that if I was not shifted to Jawai, I wouldn't have performed, because then in a way or the other, they knew my skills that if I'm going to be in Gogunda, I won't be able to work properly. So I shifted to Jawai. Jawai made me realize what my actual skills are. So whatever the journey, from a city, a metro city, to the jungles, to the rural life, to the heritage part, then stopping your life in the middle of a jungle, exploring more, and now coming to Jawai. So everything, I would say, it's a big, big plate of different dishes, which is now being collected together, and I'm presenting it to you. And today, by God's grace, me and my brothers and partners, I don't call them partners, I call them brothers. So we all brothers, we own a small luxury wildlife camp by the name of Leopard's Paradise. And we have got an inventory of 7 cottages. It's a beautiful place, just 140 kilometers from here. And Jawai is altogether a different world, I would say. The moment you are in Jawai, because the moment you see the nearby granite boulders, you think, what is this? And the drive of Jawai is just amazing. You won't get such an experience where you feel your adrenaline going up, your experience of your thrill. You're thrilled. You don't know what's next. And the moment you climb up the hill, you're going like this, and all of a sudden you see a leopard right in front of your eye. So that is the experience, we give you. And of course, I would take the opportunity to give a big thank to everyone who has supported me during this journey of building up this small camp to a successful venture. And today we are with inventory of 7 cottages, big pool, and of course a big open heart. So we welcome you all at Leopard's Paradise. Leopard's Paradise, something like this, a camp like this was always a dream, to come up with something which is very unique. And so me and my brother, we work on different work models for the sales of our camp, So my area, or I would say my interest, was basically to give the experience of raw and rustic wilderness to the young generations. So how do you connect that? Through educational tools, of course, bringing up the students of the school, taking them around, taking them out for the safari, giving them a camping experience, So you are living in the jungle. I wouldn't say living in the jungle. So you stay in the jungle for one day, You have all the basic necessities, facilities. So you have bed, you have food, you have a roof to sleep, But everything is basic. So how life used to be, almost I would say 40 years back, for them who are kids now, how their parents used to live or their grandparents used to live 40 years back. So this is the experience that we are giving to them in the wilderness. Of course, we are showing them the predator, the beautiful leopard cat. So, and of course, these stars. So I don't know, I believe that there are hardly any stars visible now for the people who are living in metro cities, who are living in the like busy towns. So this is one thing, which everybody needs. So an experience like this, which is nothing but just connecting yourself with your soul. You find peace within you. If you want to find, if the students of today's generation, if you want to find the peace, if you want to find your soul, if you're looking for your own soul, come to this place, and trust me, you'll have whatever you demand for, whatever your mind wishes for. Be it a nature walk, be it a leopard drive, be it a bird watching tour, or be it even sitting on the bank of the majestic Jawai Dam, looking at the water, seeing the flow of water. You hear the sound of water, you hear the sound of the migratory birds, you see crocodiles being like basking out in the sun. You see nature, and when you see nature, you see yourself, at who you are. Coming to this place with a stress, and then staying there, taking out your strengths, converting it, just let it go. Just let it go. I really want to say that how it feels when you sit on a granite boulder with nobody around. You feel the air. You feel everything, whatever is near in your surroundings, and you meditate. This feeling is just amazing. It's a big wow. There are no words for this feeling, So this is what the experience that we are giving, not just to our guests, but also to the young generation, particularly the students from school, from different colleges of different fields, be it medical field, be it IT field, or whatever. Everybody is welcome to our camp, and we are doing a business, but at the same time, we have to take care of the commercials. So our commercials are not that too high. We don't charge that much, and whatever, like if anybody wants to come to our place, they can definitely contact on the below given number. So you can contact us at any point of time, and we'll be more than happy to host you. Like I said, of course, my father has been my idol, in this entire journey of my life. So I believe that look for the light which is above all has been one motivational quote for me, which has always inspired me. There are times when you have nobody, you don't find anyone, or you want somebody to just hold you, and of course there are people around. You have somebody special one around you with whom you can share your thoughts and everything. But how do you find that person? So this is one line, which connects you. Look for the light which is above all. So this is the person in your life that is holding the light which is above all. So you just have to look around. You'll definitely find a person. That person could be your mother. That person could be your sister. That person could be your partner. That person could be your brother. That person could be your friend, any special friend. So you always have that person in your life. It's just that you have to look around and accept. People make mistakes in choosing people, but your heart, it will never make any mistake, because the person whom you are choosing, so that other person will also have the same feeling for you. Like I said, be it your mother, be it your sister, your partner, your brother, your friend, So always look for the light, or look for the person which is above all. So my mother, after my father's death, has been my role model, of course, and of course my younger sister. So they have given me, a reason to live my life again with happiness. And today, whatever I am today, it's all because of my family, of course, my mother, my sister, and my family members. And further to it, I would say I really, really want to explore more now, because, like I said, Gogunda, it's a historical place. So now I want to develop this village as a heritage tourism village. So I want to bring the heritage tourism for this village, and I want to convert this entire village into a heritage village. So how this thing is going to happen is, there are lot many places in and around, because I believe everybody is well aware why Gogunda is famous for. Still, if some people are not aware of the fact, is because Gogunda was the officially declared capital of Mewar during the Battle of Haldigati. So when the Battle of Haldigati was fought or declared, Gogunda was the official capital of Mewar. The legendary Maharana Pratap, which everybody is aware of. So he was coronated in Gogunda. His father, Maharana Uday Singh Ji, took his last breath in Gogunda. So in his memory, we have cenotaph made in Gogunda, and all our family members. So whenever somebody passes away, everyone is taken to the same place for their last rites. And Gogunda is surrounded by majestic Aravalli hills. And a very interesting geographical fact about Gogunda is it is situated at a very good height. So you have a hill station near Udaipur within a periphery of just 40 kilometers. So Gogunda is actually sharing the same height of Mount Abu. Yes, it is a fact that there is a proper boulder in near Gogunda, or I would say inside Gogunda, there is a big mountain which is of the same height of Mount Abu. And when you go on the top of the mountain, I still recollect my memory in this manner, or for this topic, that I used to take my guests over there when I was working for Gogunda Palace. I used to take my guests up to the mountain for the morning tea and even for the evening high teas. And the view is just amazing. If the sky is clear, you are able to see the entire Kumbhalgarh fort. You are able to see Udaipur. So, what a place! Just imagine what a place it is. And so, it is not just one place. There are a lot many places around Gogunda. So, you have the Rastilakshtal where Maharana Pratap was coronated. You have the Maira Ki Gufa, which is again a part of Gogunda, and hardly a drive of 10 to 15 kilometers from the main town of Gogunda, where Maharana Pratap kept all his weapons, or I would say it was the Shastraagar for all the weapons of Maharana Pratap and his army. And it is just 15 minutes from Gogunda, a drive of just 15 minutes from Gogunda. You have beautiful water bodies near Gogunda, where one can see immense amount of wildlife, birds, and the Bheel tribe, for which this area is famous for. The topography of this region is such, when if we study it properly, so basically it was a trap for any invader who decided to attack this place, because there were a lot many ways to just come in, but nobody knew except the Bheels the way to exit, except for the Bheels and the local nobles of this area, like we are, the Jhalas. Except us and Bheels, nobody knew the way to go out or the way to exit from this trap. So this was the major reason why Maharana Pratap defeated Akbar. History which has been taught to us is completely different. Now what we see, what we hear, and what we realize and what we experience is the reality. So Mewar was something which never gave up and will never give up. So this is one thing, And like I said, and if anybody wants to, I would say this thing, I would like to conclude this entire topic to this one thing, that to all the young generation who are willing to come into the field of, who want to build their career in the field of hospitality, just remember one thing: success doesn't come in just one night. You have to do a lot of hard work. You have to do the smart work, I would say, in today's world. So just do it, and never fluctuate your mind. You have to be focused. Sometimes I would say, in today's time, after COVID, or I would say in today's span of time, when everything is going like this, so you need to focus, meditate, think, look around, and definitely you'll be able to focus on your mind. You'll be able to focus on your passion and your topic. For all the people who want to be a successful hotelier, for all the people who want to be successful person in the field of tourism, just one single thing for them: just do whatever you want to do. Explore your mind, explore your ideas. Bring your ideas to the paper. Have a look. Share it with the people who are the masters of this industry. Definitely they are going to give you the right advice, because tourism is a never-ending business market. Tourism has always grown, is still growing, and will always grow. And being from Udaipur, tourism is a never-ending market. So one can explore as much as they can. So this is what my advice to all the young generation is, that be a part of the heritage tourism, be a part of the vintage tourism, be a part of the culture tourism, be a part of tourism, and be a part of Mewar tourism. My advice to the young guns of India, that today, in today's world, the social media or the digital media, everybody says now it's a digital India. Every single person now has the facility of an Android phone or an iPhone, in which there are different applications where one can actually showcase their mindset, their skills, their experience in a proper way. So this is one thing. It's a big platform. It's a very useful platform, the social media, that where you can just put in your ideas, in a positive aspect, and there's no need to take a disadvantage of this thing. So the time which is being wasted for in the wrong use of such a thing, which is the digital media or the social media in today's world, why not to take the positive use of it? Why not make the positive use of it? Just showcase your ideas, showcase your thoughts in whatever field you want to achieve your goals, be it anything, not just the tourism industry, be it anything. So you can just showcase your ideas here, and you can showcase it to the world, so that the people who are of the same mindset which is yours, they can connect with you, and you can come up with something very new, very unique, and you can again showcase it, and you can present it to the world, and you can definitely help this in the growth of the country and our nation. So my advice would be this, that your skills, your ideas, just let them out, just make them come out. Doesn't matter, there might be some corrections which your mentors would make, because everybody has a mentor. So just showcase your ideas in whatever way you can, be it through social media, digital media, and just help in the growth of this country. That's what my advice would be to every young person of our country. How I changed my mind from working in, how I decided to work in the jungle part, so from metros to the jungles and everything. So there was a time when, like I said earlier, that I was in Jawai. Then there was another trip, which I made to Pench National Park, which is on the border of Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh, very closely situated to the city of Nagpur. So I just went to Pench along with some friends. So we had booked for a morning safari, So we eventually reached the camp, relaxed and everything. The next morning we had a safari. So I was excited, the first time, exploring a national park and everything. So very much excited and all. Gypsy came in the morning, we just decided, okay, fine. The urge was to see the leopard. Everybody wanted to see not the leopard, the tiger. Okay, tiger dikhega. So everybody was asking, even I asked the guide and the naturalist, that tiger dikhega. So he was looking at me with a smile, okay, हाँ दिखेगा, बिल्कुल दिखेगा, आप जंगल देखो, टाइगर दिखे ना दिखे, बट आप जंगल देखो. Everybody said कि ऐसे क्यों बोल रहे हैं कि जंगल देखो, हम तो यहाँ टाइगर देखने के लिए आए हैं. ऐसे ठीक है, कोई कुछ स्पेशल चीज होएगी वो. So when we went to Pench, we just had one safari which was pre-booked. We didn't have any other safari which was pre-booked and all. We started our morning safari at somewhere between from 5:45 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's long back, so I don't remember the exact time. We went into the jungle, and the beginning only we saw some cheetal, deer, some other antlers, like sambar. And of course, we were welcomed by a sloth bear, so which is very unique in the morning. And then we just saw everybody, was in the search of where is the tiger, where is the tiger, where is the tiger, where is the tiger. I won't praise myself, I will not say that I'm bragging about it. I was actually least bothered about seeing a tiger. I was more into the jungle part. I was enjoying the jungle. I was actually exploring it. Big tall trees, and you are able to see only nature wherever your eyes can see. Whatever your eyes can see, you are seeing nature, yeah. So hardly any sound of any humans around and all that. So this was one experience, that changed my mind, and I decided that I belong to this place. I belong to jungles and I want to settle down in the jungle, It doesn't matter whatever happens. But at the same time, I will say, jungle आपको अच्छी चीज़ भी दिखाता है और जंगल आपको डराता भी है. So coming to this point of डराता भी है, this was during the pre-monsoon months, when all the national parks, because the national parks they are closed for the tourists, during the pre-monsoon time. So we were also winding up our camps, for Taj safaris and during the pre-monsoon months. So I remember there was one fine evening when we didn't have any guests, so all our team members and my colleagues and all, and because since I was a chef, so everybody requested me, chef, we need something, can you please, they requested me, can you please make something, unique for the entire team member. I said, why not, of course. So we decided, okay, we'll do an open fire cooking, So we got some mutton, some chicken, some vegetarian dishes and everything. So we were making. All of a sudden, there was a huge scary lightning, And for the very first time, I saw this lightning right in front of my eyes, hardly 400 meters away. And it was in the premises of our camp. I still remember that sound which is there in my ears right now. I was shocked. I had no clue what has happened. That time I just realized कि यहाँ से चलो, just go from here. मर जाओगे आप, बिजली गिर गई, क्या हो गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, जंगल में कौन पूछने वाला आएगा. And trust me, where this lightning took place, there was a big I would say a pit which was being digged up, There was a big hole and there was a wall which was attached to that. So the entire wall broke. The water started coming inside the premises. And trust me, the entire night it rained so heavily. The next morning when we decided, okay, fine, let's just wind up everything and just shut down the camp and let's move out, because we couldn't operate. And we have to gather everything and just stack it in the proper way where the water cannot reach, that there couldn't be any dampness and everything. So we did all these exercises and everything the next morning when we got up. So trust me, there was water everywhere. There was water in the kitchen, there was water in the dining area, there was water in the guest rooms. And I realized that yes, jungle is sometimes cruel also. So don't take it for granted. But still I made my mind that yes, I will work in the jungles. Another experience, which is very, very unique, I would like to share, was an encounter with a tiger. So this experience was very, very unique, very thrilling. This was when I was in Panna, the Panna National Park, which is in the north part of central India. And Panna is a very beautiful deciduous forest with almost 3 plateaus. And the tigers of Panna are just amazing. The sightings in Panna of the tigers is very rare, but whenever the sighting happens, it is so unique that one can never forget that particular sighting, whatever the person, any of the guests must have done. So this is an experience for the year 2017, and I used to work for Taj, and I was stationed in the Panna. So I just because, like I said earlier, that I wanted to develop my interest. So I was given the opportunity by the Taj company to take the guests to the national parks as well. So I was a chef, I was a naturalist, I was the operations manager, I was a driver in the jungle, and I was a host. Yes. So I would say I've I'm proudly saying this thing that yes, I knew everything, and still now, like I wouldn't say that I knew everything, but yes, I had an experience of doing everything for the guest, and for the people. So this was one experience. This is one experience which I just want to explore. I want to share. So there was a couple, an NRI couple, not an NRI couple, a Canadian couple, yeah. So who was staying with us in Panna. So eventually, my drive was scheduled with them, or my safari was scheduled with them for the morning. So they just came to the camp, and I welcomed them, like hosted them in there, and took them to their cottages and everything, made them comfortable, had a evening dinner with them and everything. And next morning we decided, okay, fine, we'll leave for the jungle at 6 o'clock in the morning. So eventually, 5:30 sharp, I was my gypsy was parked right outside my cottage, because then I had to take them. I took the gypsy to the guest parking. The guys came in over there, and we went to the jungle. From 6:15 we entered the jungle. 6:15 to 7:30 or 7:45, we were actually exploring around, because the guests were also very happy, because they wanted to explore the jungle. They told me with the one thing very clearly, that Vishwa, we don't want to see the tigers in particular, we just want to explore the jungle. I said fine, yeah. So 7:45, so usually we take light breakfast, we carry breakfast and in our gypsies so that they can have their breakfast in the middle of the jungle. You lay down your entire breakfast on the bonnet of a gypsy, and it's beautiful. So you have sandwiches, muffins, some rolls, some hot coffee, chai, and all the juices and muesli and all that. So yeah, it's a lavish breakfast in the middle of the jungle. So I just laid down the entire breakfast. So me, my guide, the forest guide, and the guests, we were just having the jungle. I heard an alarm call of a sambar. So, which was very loud. Definitely, a summer call is quite loud, but this call was very near and it was very, very loud. So I thought, fine, there's a predator around. The guest asked me, what is that? There must be some predator around. They asked me, is it a tiger? I told the guest that could be. It's not necessary that it is particularly a tiger only. It could be a leopard, could be a hyena, could be a jackal either. They said, no, we want to explore. I said, fine, let's go. So we ended up the breakfast and all. I just told them, you can just hold your rolls and all, and we'll go. So I started zipping my gypsy from there, because I didn't want it to miss the view or the spot, So basically, the place where we were having our breakfast, it was on the edge of a waterfall, and from that waterfall there was a big mud view deck. So I just, before leaving from there, I just climbed up the deck, and I just made out that from where this call is coming. I knew, so the other end of the fall. So I just slogged my gypsy, and we were just moving. This was during the month of October, so the jungles were recently opened up. So the grass is very high during this time, So you're not able to see on the other part of the road. So there was a big S which was being made, And I was just whipping the gypsy. I told my guest that just keep holding, you may be able to see something or the other. So since it was a S turn, my gypsy was somewhere between 40 to 50, I know it was quite, you're not allowed to go above 30 or 40, but I know it was very, very, the speed was quite high. So I made the first turn, made the second. The moment I was about to, make I was about to complete the S. The tiger was right in front of me. It was right in front of me, and I just pumped my brakes. The vehicle went off the road, and it was in the grass. And I could see the tiger. It is walking, and the tiger changed its path. It started walking towards us. My hands were cold sweat. I didn't know what to do. And then what I see is this particular tiger took a jump. It took a jump from the very spot, which was just, I would say, not even 5 meters away. The tiger was not even 5 meters away from the gypsy. The tiger just took a big leap, and it jumped right in front of me above the bonnet. So that was the time I realized, I saw the entire tiger, the body of a tiger. Okay, what a beautiful animal it is. Now I'm saying beautiful. That time I didn't even knew what is happening, because I saw ये तो मौत है. उस time तो ये होता. This was the time कि what the hell is this? Animal jumped, started walking. It just turned around, did a act. So this was basically a mock. I just started the gypsy. The gypsy was already, the engine was on. It wasn't off, the engine was on. I decided kahin nahi rukna. Don't stop anywhere, just keep rolling, just keep rolling. After 2 minutes from that place when I was moving, I thought, and I stopped. Where are my guests? I just looked around, there was nobody. The guests were sitting right behind, they were all below the seat. So, I asked them, how was it? They said, we cannot forget this. We cannot forget this, and we don't want anything above this. This is it. You have made our life. And so, the jungle will definitely, the entire process to showcase this experience was, the jungle will show you whatever you want, but it's on the time, it's the time that matters. So, this is another experience that made my mind stable, that this is the place where I have to work. This is the field where I have to work. So this was one experience which I wanted to share. Thank you so much.
दोस्तों, आज हमने जाना हॉस्पिटैलिटी फील्ड के सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर विश्ववर्धन सिंह झाला के जीवन के अनुभवों एवं किस्सों के बारे में। ऐसी ही प्रेरक कहानियां रोजाना सुनने के लिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, बेल आइकन जरूर दबाएं और कहानी को लाइक, कमेंट और शेयर करना ना भूलें। अब आप भी बन जाइए भारत की प्रोफेशनल कम्युनिटी की आवाज और सुनाओ अपनी कहानी, बनाओ अपनी पहचान की इस मुहिम से जुड़कर जीवन के अनुभवों, करियर यात्रा, उत्पादों एवं सेवाओं के पीछे की वास्तविक कहानी से देशवासियों को प्रेरित करें और अपनी एक नई पहचान बनाएं। Tell your story, inspire and build your brand with the power of video. जय हिंद, जय भारत।